I wanted to tell the story of how we came up with the back hammock hip key. Is that what we're calling it?
Magic back hammock.
And so I was like, sending Allie a list of all the different moves that I want her to film, and I put on their back hammock, and I alluded to the one on the cover of the rope book on volume 1, because that was the pose that I'd gotten into as a back hammock, and so I was like, and she's like, yeah.
I've never seen that before in my life.
I'm like, yes, you have. It's back hammock. I know you know that one. You do it. And she's like, well, I don't think it's the same. I'm just like thinking to myself, how does she not know it? Like, I know she knows everything, and especially, I don't know, it's just.
And I was like, I think I know another version, but definitely not that one.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm sure you just know it. You just don't know you know it. So then when she got here, and we were like, okay, let's do the back hammock, and then she did what I thought, she'd do, the normal back hammock, and she did that, and then I was like, yeah, that's it. And she's like, that's not what's on your cover. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, it is.
You totally didn't believe me.
No, not at all. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's what's on my cover. And she's like, I don't think so. So then we came back to my house, and I had to pull up the cover and actually look at it, and I was like, oh, she was right.
But then I asked her how she got into that new move that I'd never seen before.
And I was like, well, I didn't need it for anything except the cover. I just got into it from the ground because it was really easy. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even think about how I was getting into it. When I was getting into it, I was just thinking, oh, I need the rope around my back. So I'm going to trail the rope around my spine. So I had it come up between my legs, and then I inverted and hooked my leg like you do in a normal back hammock. So I'm thinking I'm in a back hammock. Not even thinking that I totally changed the pathway because the tail went all the way down my spine rather than going around my back and in between my legs the other way.
Tail came out this way.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh, well, could you get into that?
Well, first we were like, well, is that even safe?
Yeah. Is that even safe? Like, do I have a totally unsafe move on the cover of my book? Was kind of, the first question.
And then we slept on it.
Yeah. We did. We were tired, and then we're like, yeah, that's probably not safe. Probably just terrible.
So we wake up the next morning, and Rebekah's like, I got it. I was laying in bed, and it came to me.
I was like, you could go into a hip key. That's what it is. Like, you could, because we thought if you popped your arm forward, you would just fall out.
Which you would.
Which you would if you just headed towards the ground. Like, head down towards the ground and let your legs go.
Like a regular back hammock.
Right. Yeah, you would just totally fall out. So
don't do
that. Please don't confuse these wraps. That is kind of scary. But if you are in this wrap, you could just fall over into hip key. And I was like, that could work.
But then we had to figure out how to get into that in the air and not just wrap it from the ground.
Yeah. And so I let Allie figure out that part.
Yeah. It happened.
So, because she's awesome at that.
We reverse engineered it and figured out a pretty cool way, I think.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Cool.
But it's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever do it. We'll see.
Yeah. I still need to see what it looks like.
I think it looks good, I can tell you that. And
cool.
Yeah, and because she utilizes momentum, like brute forcing that somehow would just be impossible.
Yeah,
absolutely impossible. You'd have to do a straight arm straddle up
with
tension, with this, and you have to use momentum. So you were the perfect candidate to be experimenting with, because you use momentum and got into it, and then it looks awesome because you could do this little hip key ball.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So that was that move.
That was one of the moves that we just created over the course of the weekend.
And it happened to be on the cover, so look at that.